A very good evening to you. We begin with this story. Public Works and Infrastructure Minister Sihle Zikalala says the George building collapse is being treated as a third-party investigation. Zikalala held a briefing following meetings with authorities and officials. He spoke to Newzroom Afrika's Sipha Kema, saying the municipality's involvement must be investigated too.
The Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure, Sihle Zikalala, just wrapped up a briefing here at George, where he spoke, extensively about the role Public Works and Infrastructure will be playing within this investigation, but also forming part of this investigation. Minister, we've seen several ministers coming in, role players within this investigation regarding this construction site, and I think your portfolio, your department has to be one of the most important, just to get some clarity and of course to verify, a lot of things that are being said regarding these companies and whether or not they registered. I think let's first start off with communication. I think that seems to be the major problem here with most departments, is seemingly not being able to get a hold of some of the developers and as well as the contractors. So the Department of Public Works, who have they contacted or gotten a hold of during the preliminary investigation?
Well, the first is the developer, the professionals who were involved in the design, the municipality, and the provincial chief inspector from the Department of Employment and Labor. Those are key institutions that we've managed to make contact with.
And now when we look at these companies, I think let's first start off with trying to dispel some of the myths and fake news that's out there. Let's talk about the companies registered with CIBD.
The company involved is said to have not been registered with CIDP. CIDP is the Construction Industry Development Board, which look on the standards of the companies for projects that are specified. And the unfortunate situation is that CIDP Act regulate companies that do work for the public sector, and that then leaves space, create a gap on companies that are doing work for the private sector. The bill, the CIDP Amendment Bill, seeks to address that gap, because whether you are constructing for the private company or for public, construction must be of the same standard. All must meet similar norms and standards. So this bill will help us to address that shortcoming.
Now, as of today, regarding this bill, before, of course, it has been instated, is there anything that can be done by the department regarding this company as of yet? What are the consequences?
What we can do, which we are investigating, is to look on whether the entities that were involved, the organs that were involved, played their role as expected. Firstly, if you are to build, your designs must be approved by the municipality. And therefore, it's important to check whether that was done accordingly and all stages were approved accordingly.
Now,
the second one is to look on professionals involved, engineering, from structural engineers and all others. We will be investigating their conduct, whether it was according or not.
Thank you so much, Minister. That's the Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure, Sihle Zikalala, there, of course, talking to us, just basically summarizing a portion of his briefing, or rather even the extra questions that we've had as the media, as his department is going to play a critical role within this investigation, saying that the company was not registered, but also that in this case, there seems to be a gap between the private and public sector in terms of regulation is concerned, and that amendment bill is what's going to assist and fix this. For Newzroom Afrika, Channel 405, I'm Sipha Kema in George, Western Cape.